One of the biggest challenges most small business owners face is leadership. They seek out coaching to become better leaders. They look for books to become better leaders. In fact, right now, 30% of the New York Times bestsellers are on leadership. Harvard Business Review just recently wrote an article that said people are reluctant to step into leadership roles because of resentment or the possibility of damaging a relationship, or because they don't want to be blamed when things don't go the right way. Many small business owners, I've talked to scores of them, will limit the growth of their business because they don't want to lead a team. But over the past 17 years, I've helped hundreds of small business owners build, grow, and scale their business, and I've helped them become exceptional leaders. Here's the good news about leadership. It's less about your skills and capabilities and more about the strategies you use. The best leaders use 6 common strategies. And I put those strategies together in what I call the Exceptional Leader Playbook. And we're going to dive into what those strategies are right now. But first, let's talk a little bit about why you want to become an exceptional leader. The foundation of exceptional leadership, it's going to help you propel your team forward. It's going to ignite growth in your business, and it's going to set you apart from the competition, allowing you to recruit better players for your team and better customers for your business. So let's talk about the 6 strategies of exceptional leadership. They are to reflect, to set a clear vision with achievable goals, to build a winning team, to communicate effectively, to lead by example, and to adapt. We'll start with strategy number 1, reflect. There are several keys to reflection and several reasons why you want to reflect. The first is you want to think about the type of leader that you want to be. One of the best ways to do this is to think about 3 leaders that you admire and take some time to open up your journal or a notebook and write down 3 to 5 characteristics that they have that you admire. And you're going to start to see some commonalities. And those commonalities are things that resonate with you. It's going to help you determine the type of leader you want to be. You want to identify your strengths. Again, you can do this through journaling. You can ask some of your friends what your top strengths are, particularly when it comes into influence and leadership. One of the things I suggest is a strength-based assessment. One of my favorite assessments is the Real Strengths Assessment from Buffini & Company. And I'll show you how you can get access to that assessment in the links below. But you want to identify your strengths. And then lastly, you want to identify what are your blind spots. We all have them. One of my blind spots when it comes to leadership is attention to detail. I am very much a big picture person, and I almost have a disdain for details. But the problem is the people I lead need those details. So it's important for me to acknowledge that that's a blind spot for me and to put some systems and structures in place to give my team the detail that they need. So strategy number 1, reflect. Strategy number 2, set a clear vision and achievable goals. Vision is long-term, and it's important that the goals are achievable to maintain motivation. So what you really want to look at is 3 to 5 years. Think out 3 to 5 years and identify what is your worthy ideal. Earl Nightingale, in his classic, The Strangest Secret, said, "The definition of success is progressive realization toward a worthy ideal." And that's what your vision is. Your vision should be ideal, not something that you might like to achieve, but something that's ideal. And it needs to be worthy of your time, your energy, and your effort. So what is your worthy ideal? Next, set a compelling but achievable target. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich and the Laws of Success in 16 Lessons said the number 1 key to success is to have a definite chief aim. So what is your definite chief aim? What is your compelling but achievable target for the next 12 months? And then lastly, break that down into short time frames with milestones. I suggest 90 days. Most of us are either great starters or great finishers. If we're a great starter, 90 days is enough time for us to get started, finish something, and be able to start again. If we're a great finisher, typically we don't like to start, but 90 days, we can see the deadline. So we're likely to get started so that we can finish in 90 days. So set some 90-day milestones for your business and for your team. Which leads us to strategy number 3. You need to build a winning team. It's not enough just to put butts in seats. You've got to build a winning team with A players who are in the right roles. And the best way to do that is to recruit people that align with your vision and your values, which is why it's very important to clarify your vision. And we want to clarify your values and your mission so that when you're recruiting and hiring people to your business, you're hiring people that align with that vision and with those values. Now, when you're just starting out to build a team, you're looking for A players. Again, you're not just looking for somebody to fill a role. You're looking for the best talent out there. When you're just building a team, don't even worry about the role. Just look for great people who align with your vision and your values. Get them on your team. Great players can adapt to different roles. Now, as your team starts to build out, then what we want to do is we want to put the right people in the right seat. So we're still recruiting towards values and vision. We're still recruiting A players, but now we're filling the role. We're taking people with certain talents and we're putting them in the right seat. This is a concept I learned from John Maxwell. Start by recruiting towards your vision and values. Make sure you're getting A players on your team. And then once you have the A players on your team, put the right people in the right roles. Strategy number 4, communicate effectively. This is probably the biggest breakdown in leadership is effective communication. And so what is the best way to communicate effectively? Well, number 1, it's to listen. You need to be curious when you're talking to your team. You want to empower your team. You want to tap into their collective wisdom. And the best way to do that is to be curious. Ask curious questions of your team. Ask for their input. Ask for what they think you should do. So be curious, be interested. Be interested in what they have to say. Take it deeper. Ask follow-up questions when they make a suggestion. We really want to get the sense of what they see in the situation so that we can empower them to take action and make decisions on your behalf. But ultimately, the decision is yours. And so when you make a decision, it's very important that you're clear. You're clear in the direction you're going. You're clear in communicating that direction. You're clear in the standards you expect from your team, and you clearly communicate those standards from your team. So to communicate effectively, be curious, be interested, and be clear. Strategy number 5, lead by example. The truth is this: more is caught than taught. Your training could be top-notch. Your mentoring could be great. What you need to do is lead by example. And you want to embody the qualities and the values you expect in your team. So you're modeling for them the behavior that you expect from them. And finally, you want to be committed. Be committed to your success. Be committed to their success. Be committed to becoming the type of leader that you aspire to be. And that takes us to our final strategy. Strategy number 6, maybe the most important in leadership, and that's the ability to adapt. You might have a clear vision. You might have a compelling goal. You might have a perfect plan. But as Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. Change is inevitable. So you need to embrace it. The best leaders embrace change. In fact, the best leaders view all challenges as opportunities. And lastly, the best leaders are agile. You are going to have to pivot. Don't resist it. Embrace it. There you have it, the 6 strategies to the exceptional leader playbook. Exceptional leaders do the following things. Exceptional leaders chart a clear course. Exceptional leaders focus on growth. And exceptional leaders empower, support, and push their teams. So I want to make it easy for you to become an exceptional leader. I'm going to leave you with 3 simple steps. 3 simple steps to becoming an exceptional leader. Number 1, take the time to reflect on your leadership style. Reflect on your leadership style as it is today. Reflect on the leadership style you would like to have in the future. Then assess yourself in each of the 6 key strategies. And I'll include a self-assessment form in the resources below. So make sure you check that out. Once you assess yourself in those 6 key strategies, find one strategy to work on over the next 90 days and go to work on that. And then every 90 days, reassess, pick another strategy, go to work. Before you know it, you'll be an exceptional leader.